Hey guys, it's me Giovanni, and I just want to make this video now because I just really wanted to. So, there has been theories, again, either months, days, years ago, I don't care. I just want to say them right now. So there has been two theories about about certain things. Like Mrs. Afton being the CEO of Fazbear Entertainment, and Gregory being closer than we think in FNAF Security Breach Ruined. And I just want to clarify some things. Mrs. Afton is obviously not the CEO of Fazbear Entertainment. MatPat is clearly in the wrong. I mean, all we know is that Mrs. Afton is clearly dead. Or maybe she's dead. She probably divorced William and died from a car crash, or died by falling off a cliff, or driving off a cliff. Who knows? But what matters is that she's clearly dead. And considering that she was William's wife during the 1980s, well, probably during even the 1960s even, it would be impossible for her to be the CEO. Especially with the time passing, with the current timeline being in 2035 in Security Breach. There's a certain CEO, and even though they're not officially named in the books, the closest thing I would get to a Fazbear Entertainment CEO in the games would be the character of Mr. Burroughs in the books, because even though Mr. Burroughs in the books is a chairman, sort of an assistant to the CEO, I'm gonna say the CEO of Fazbear Entertainment in the games. Mostly because it's more convenient to actually get confirmation of someone's name for a certain character. Anyways, and considering William was born in 1943, at least what I can tell from one source that I found. So, if he was born on 1943, so in 2035, he would be around 92 years old. 92 years old. And I have already said this a bunch of times, but the mimic is not Burntrap. Burntrap was controlled by the mimic. Burntrap was the resurrected body of William Afton, and it also had a soul. And William Burntrap was controlled by the mimic. The mimic also contained the glitch trap virus, and Burntrap was also the one with mimic. Mimic well, here's the thing. I've already said this a million times, but like I said, the mimic is not Burntrap. Burntrap is obviously William, well, the resurrected body of William that's controlled by the mimic. The mimic took additional avatar in the FNAF VR game and chose Glitch Trap, a mimic of William Afton. The mimic might have saw William murder the children. Who knows? But even with the circuit boards one of them containing Springtrap housing the soul of William Afton, it's possible that both William Afton and Mimic were Glitch Trap, and Glitch Trap, mostly controlled by the Mimic, manipulated Vanessa into resurrecting William Afton, working out the plan. And, okay, about Gregory being closer to Cassie in the Pizzaplex, he's obviously not in the Pizzaplex. He even said it himself. He's been trying to get to Cassie all night, and the fact that he's able to actually talk to her while he's not in the Pizzaplex, I'm not even gonna question it, because it doesn't matter. At least to me. Gregory's clearly not in the Pizzaplex. He, Vanessa, and Blair McFreddy are somewhere else, and in the Fredbear / Illusion ending, it might be confirmation that yes, Gregory and Vanessa are indeed alive. With even Blair McFreddy being around, who knows? And in the books, oh my god, most of the books aren't canon. The books are in their own canon. So, Gregory is not Patient 46, it's Vanny, Vanessa's alter ego controlled by a glitch trap. And with Vanny, Patient 46, there's mention of a family, which was also by Vanessa. Vanessa was controlled by glitch trap, William Afton, and Vanny, lied. She was controlled by glitch trap and mimicked the story of Elizabeth Afton, where her father was abusive and took control of her and lied in court and stuff like that. But Gregory's clearly not Patient 46 in the game. It's Vanny. And there's no way that Gregory would be able to be a hacker. Because sure, kids can at a very young age can also be able to be super smart and be able to create a bunch of stuff. But is Gregory able to do that? I don't think so. And besides, he's still just a kid. And he's not a robot, because even in the books, debunks the whole robot kid thing. Gregory is clearly a human. And finally, with the whole William Afton's wife being the CEO, there's also the possibility that a robotic adult version of Elizabeth is the CEO. Here's the thing. Elizabeth Afton was just a child when she died. And there's no way in hell that William or someone else can create robotic replicas of certain characters, including Gregory. And there's clearly not even any mention of robot children. Not at all. So why is it a thing? Because people are stupid. I hate the robot kid theory. I really hate it. I'm just trying to find a more simpler, more normal timeline for FNAF. That's all I want. And for Mrs. Afton or Elizabeth to be the CEO of Vesper Entertainment is absolutely ridiculous. Besides, there's no mention of a female character being the CEO of Vesper Entertainment. What is this, Barbie? It's ridiculous. I've already mentioned the Ruin story a bunch of times, including Security Breach. There's also 5 minutes of the Afton family timeline or story, which even with other people's timelines, is completely inaccurate to, at least in my opinion, because there's no way it would make any sense, especially with William Afton's motive in the first place of how everything happened. Ants are still bothering me. Sorry. But yeah, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. And finally, the fact that Mrs. Afton is in the center of the table. Mothers usually sit there, but sometimes mothers or other family members sit in other parts of the table, either the two sides, or the table is like a rectangle. There's certain seats where anyone can sit anywhere else. So why would it matter regardless? Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, and about the Afton family timeline story thing, I'm going to put it in the description just to make sure people understand me. Okay? I'm not in the mood for any bullshit. Gregory is clearly not in the Pizzaplex. Mrs. Afton is not the CEO. Not even Elizabeth. It doesn't even make any sense. And the mimic, well, even with the AI mimic software, the mimic is able to learn about Gregory's information via his book bag. Vanessa and Gregory went back into the Pizzaplex after the original security breach. Vanessa created the glitch rabbit entity in order to keep the mimic trapped in its prison, which the mimic was trapped in a room via the entrance sealed off by concrete in the books. In the books, I'm gonna include the books because of the mimic's story and how he got there. Not from how Gregory and Vanessa knew about the mimic and trapped him in that room that was also in the books. But no, the mimic story was also in the books. And I'm going to take the mimic story in the books as canon to the Ruined DLC. The entrance that the mimic came in was sealed off by cement by one of the workers, not by Gregory or Vanessa, from the workers. It has been down there for a long time, and Gregory also knows about it. He says it's been down here for a long time, and by here he means the area where Cassie freed the mimic, not by there as in whatever else it was. Oh my god. And Gregory's not even in the Pizzaplex. Gregory just knows about the mimic because, well, let's just say that Vanessa might have also known about the mimic due to the AI and the virus and blah 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 blah, including burn trap, all that stuff. And like I've said in some other videos, William Afton is now dead. The mimic is now his replacement. And like I said, the mimic is not burn trap. Burn trap and the mimic are completely different characters. And the mimic is also not Michael Afton. It's also not anyone else. It's clearly its own character. Sure, it mimics other characters, including their voices, but is it just... It's not... It's just an endoskeleton. It's not shape-shifting into a human. Shut up! Sorry. Dogs. I didn't mean to yell. Okay, when I think about making this video, what goes on in my head, it works perfectly, but when I actually say things, I just blurt it out, and I'm sorry if it confuses you, but really I'm just impatient. I just want to make videos right at the moment where I want to, when I want to. Alright? Oh, and I also saw Internet Inferno, some video of the ruin endings being fake, and honestly it's bullshit. What I can tell is that I would agree that the Scooper ending is canon. The Scooper ending is canon. The Scooper ending is canon! And besides, Hope 1 and 2 is gonna come out. And there's not even a mention of another ruined DLC thing for Security Breach. Nothing. So, would it really matter? No, fuck you. I'm just trying to look for a simpler timeline for FNAF. That's all I want. Please, leave me alone. Thank you, bye.